What it do, what it do. Welcome. I am your host, Prince Elias, and this is another Snake Prince Live. Testing. Mic check one, two. Can y'all hear me out in the audience? I'm gonna give y'all a few more minutes to tap in. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. What up, Tommy? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I got my iPad that I'm on, but I also got my laptop, so I'm trying to make sure I'm not muted on both. Good morning. Good morning. How is my sound? How is my sound? Let me know. And I'm sharing this out. Mm, let's see. Okay, cool. Big Sam, thanks for tapping in. I appreciate you. Tommy, thanks for tapping in. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. I was kind of scared doing this on two different devices, but we are good to go. Good to go. Okay, so this is my monthly live stream that I do on this channel since I've joined the Whiskey Bomb Network, just to give y'all updates and things about, you know, what's going on with Creative Reptiles, the channel, life, business, all that jazz. And I do have a couple of topics I want to discuss, which is why I got two devices, because I'm going to be pulling some stuff up on the computer. But I feel like, let's see, there are several topics I want to talk about that I'm excited to talk about today. And if you're not watching live, shout out to the replay gang. Please comment, hashtag replay, like the video, and subscribe to the channel to all any new viewers who might pop in later on. So we have several things, updates on what Creative Reptiles is doing here in Memphis. Um, I want to talk about good people getting out of the hobby, and they're not getting out the hobby. They're just rehoming their animals and moving on to different things. And then let's see, staying true to who you are and not deterring from your plans to follow clout or hype of a particular gene or project. And then my plans for SEER, the Southeast Reptile Expo that's happening in Atlanta in less than a month. It's going down. It will be um, August 9th and 10th. I'm super excited. I'm driving down. I'll be staying in the Airbnb with the Whiskey Bomb crew, and it's going to be a fun time. And then also, I want to also talk AI and AI, using AI as a tool to help with breeding plans, because I did kind of do that a little bit, and I want to discuss that as well. So make sure y'all share that out. And then we'll talk my Dinker projects, because I got several. And also the dinkers that I like when I saw on Outback's new inventory list that they have on their website. So let's go ahead and chitty chat a little bit. Let me send this out to one more group of people. Sorry, y'all. I thought I sent this to everybody, and did he not? I did he not? I'm sorry. Okay, so update. Creative Reptiles locally, as far as what we do here in Memphis, is that we did officially sign up for Memphis Monster Con that is happening in November. It is a horror movie convention. We went to the first one, the inaugural one last year, and it was a lot of fun. Had a great time, met a couple of dope people from here in the city, and some who've traveled here. I got to meet some of my favorite celebrities who are in the horror movie community. and they got to hold and see my snakes. Jimmy was a big hit. Juju was a big hit. So we're going back for part two, Memphis Monster Con part two. Super excited. And I'm doing bigger and better things as far as the photo booth. I got different equipment I'm going to use for people who want to take a picture with the snake and take a keepsake photo home. It's going to be, I'm super excited about that one. I'm not going to give it away, but I'm super excited. So if you're in the Memphis and local area, please, please, please come down to Memphis Monster Con. I believe it's the second weekend in November. I'll double check that. But if you follow me on Creative Reptiles on everything, especially Instagram, and even on Facebook, I will be reposting that the flyers and the information of that all the way leading up to the date. So you will get that information. Of course, I will be vlogging there, and depending, it depends because it's so far out and I haven't planned that in advance. That might be a weekend where I'll let Prophet and Wiz take over and host Nick Simmer podcast, or I will podcast live from the show. I haven't decided yet, and it's so far out. We still got some months away before the show, so I haven't decided yet. But if I do decide to like take my laptop equipment and everything there and laptop and do a Snake Simba podcast review from the show, I will do that and I will let y'all know. But I'm excited. Regardless, I'm super excited, super happy. And yeah, speaking of, shout out to the Whiskey Bomb Network. My the network that I am a part of Snakes in the Podcast, is live every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Um, and it's been great. It's been great. We've been busy, busy, busy with the reviews. This past weekend, this past Saturday, I did the live action remake to Stitch and How to Train Your Dragon, as well as Pixar's Elio. This coming weekend, this coming Saturday, I will be doing a mini review on Jurassic World, Rebirth. Yes, Rebirth. And then Prophet and Wiz will be doing, they will be reviewing um, Superman, because I'm not a big Superman fan. So I'm going to let them nerds take over on that one. So tap into that. The link is always in the description of all my videos on this channel. It's a default, so go down, subscribe to Keys Constrictors Whiskey Bum Network channel. That's where the podcast is always. And then every time the podcast happen, I add those episodes to the Snake Cinema podcast and Snake Music podcast on playlists I have on this channel. So if you're used to coming to this channel for it, the playlist is already there on my channel. All the It's been updated every week, so I keep up with that. So you can go and watch any episodes you miss and put them whiskey bomb emojis in the chat. So when you do, when you go back, and hashtag replay gang. All right, so those are some housekeeping. Okay, so let's talk about my first topic, and that is good people getting out the hobby. I've been very heartbroken with the news recently. Tim from Intrepid Exotics came out with a video saying that he's rehoming all his snakes, and I think he got rid of all of them. Well, I'm not gonna say get rid of. He found good homes to all of them except for maybe 4 or 5. He still got some left. He made a post recently. Um, because he is embarking on a new adventure with wildlife photography. And as a photographer myself, I'm very proud and happy that he found another a passion that he loves and enjoys to do. And he's about to get paid for it. Like, he actually got a job somewhere in Yellowstone, I believe, to document and take pictures of bears and other wildlife animals, and he's going to document it for his YouTube channel. So I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him. I am sad that, we won't be getting reptile content as much on his channel, because he is so good with the education of the big snakes in particular, and the big lizards. He is a veteran in the game. He's worked with so many reptiles, and their care and their husbandry and even their behaviors, and advocating for these animals. And yeah, that content is going to be missed. He's still going to be in the hobby, and he said he's still going to post on his YouTube channel. It's just going to be mainly, wildlife photography and his new ventures out in that. So I'm happy for him. I'm proud of him. Um, I'm just going to miss, him with his education in the reptile world. So shout out to Tim from Intrepid Exotics. You will be missed, but you're still part of the community. No matter what, you're still one of us. And then the second announcement that came out this week was Brian Cusco made a video saying that he's um, letting go of his animals and he's going to stop breeding. He did a lot of ball pythons, um, and short tails, blood pythons. He's bred those. I don't think he's bred his retics. He has retics and berms. I don't think he's bred those. I can't remember, but he's been so big into the YouTube space. First working with a Freedom Breeder, and then working with Redline, and I think he's still going to do video content for Redline, traveling to shows and stuff like that. But again, another person who just he has a family, he has a wife and a lot of kids, and I'm pretty sure all the traveling and everything is taking a toll, and then he has to come home, he has to take care of his family as well as all the animals. But he did say in his video that he's going to keep some animals for educational purposes, because he does what I do with Creative Reptiles, where he'll go and do like presentations at schools and things like that, and communities, educate and doing like those birthday parties and things like that. So he did mention in his video that he's going to be keeping some animals, just not as many. So he's rehoming, selling, getting rid of a lot of his reptiles. And he's no longer going to be doing the breeding side of it. And so, it was kind of sad, but again, just like Tim with Intrepid, I'm happy that he found something that he's passionate about, something that he loves, and he's going to continue to do that. He said he's going to continue to do the YouTube stuff, make the videos and stuff. So I'm happy about that. And I hope he doesn't uh, leave the hobby altogether, because again, he's one of those good ones, just like Tim. I'm very positive in the hobby, a very good example of what a good reptile keeper is supposed to be. And he's always advocating not only for the animals, but also for the community, um, for the people. And he's always been such a dope, genuine guy. I met him several times at several shows, these NARBC shows and stuff like that. And it's such a dope, cool, down to earth dude. How he is on camera, exactly how he is in real life when the cameras aren't cut on. So shout out to Brian Cusco. Shout out to Tim Intrepid Exotics. Y'all videos have really helped a lot of people, including me. And I am grateful for all the content that y'all created over the years. And good luck on your new adventures. But yeah, good people getting out the hobby. It's sad because, they're really passionate about these animals. This wasn't a money making thing for them. This was all about the love of the animals and the love of the hobby. So, but it is what it is. People evolve, people move on. And sometimes people realize that breeding isn't for them. Like they have fun in the beginning, but then over time they realize that it's not a long term thing for them. And it's okay. It's not a big deal, it's cool. So it is what it is. And I hope all those animals, first and foremost, go to good forever homes and find their forever homes, and aren't put in a bad situation, which I know Tim, he's very particular. He was like, I'm not just going to give these snakes and these big lizards, these crop minders, just anybody. Like he wants to see the husbandry. He wants to see proof of you got the cage and all that stuff, and the equipment, and like he's not just gonna dump the animals just to be dumping them. Like he's going to find a good home for them, and I know Brian is too. So yeah, so that's it on that topic. Next topic. Okay, so I want to talk about AI and using AI tools to help with breeding plans. And Shout out, I did not get make this idea up myself. Ro and Wiz did this topic with the rest of the crew, the Wiz crew, on sophisticated ignorance, not this past Saturday, but I think the Saturday before. It's like a couple of Saturdays ago on the show. We talked about the positives or the benefits of using different AIs as help for breeding, and just using it as a tool. Not using AI to like, not using AI to like tell me, oh, should I breed this gene to this gene? No, no, no. We talking about, because I really feel like you have to think for yourself and be creative when it comes to your pairings. But as far as how to streamline stuff, or if you're new to breeding and you might not have a mentor and you're trying to figure something out, the step by step basics. So this past week, I used ChatGPT. And I forgot the prompt verbatim, but I think it was something like, help me. What up, Pat? What it do, bro? Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. I went to Chat GPT and I put in like a prompt like, help me um, create a plan to prove out a wild caught dinker ball python, or wild caught ball python. Help me prove out the genes. And ChatGPT gave me the step-by-step directions, and I don't have it on this particular laptop, so I will read it on my phone real quick. But it was, sorry, y'all. Should have had this up on my phone. So much stuff is happening. My phone's been blowing up all morning from various groups, and I don't know why. But let me see. What were the step by steps to AI? I mean, AI's step by steps to proving out thinkers. Well, basically, oh no, I printed it out. Duh. Basically, it was telling you, one way to do it is to breed the new snake to a normal. Here we go, step by step. So I printed it out. It gave, so I'll let y'all see that. And so this is what ChatGPT said. I'm gonna do it slowly. And so, yeah, it was like, first you gotta like try to determine, is what the visual traits dominant or incomplete dominant or recessive. Then it was like hold back the offsprings of said things, said pairings. And then, no, it was like raise them up for at least 2 to 3 years for breeding, blah, blah, blah. Breed the visuals or possible to each other, blah, blah, blah. Outcross to other morphs. Track and share everything, keeping records. Sorry, this camera's trying to focus on my face and not the paper. Build generations. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Tips for success. And so this was pretty good. And then it asks at the bottom, if you like, I can help design a breeding track sheet or photo documentation guide to organize your project. Would that be helpful? And I said yes. And so let me show you. Let me share my screen and show you guys. Thanks, Pat. Yes, hit the like buttons and subscribe. Let me show you guys. Let me share my screen and show you guys the tracker that ChatGPT actually created two different forms to help me track and document my Dinker projects. Let's see, where is share screen? StreamYard. Oh, another announcement. StreamYard is on some BS with a lot of things. They did update their software and their website, and so the buttons are different than what I'm used to, but the pricing and what they take away and what they give you for the pricing is a hot mess. So this will be the last Snake Prince live on StreamYard. This will be the very last one. I'm moving to Evie Mux with everybody else. And so a DJ from Royal Caribbean, Exotic's been using it for OTP podcast, and now the Whiskey Bomb Network is using it. So yeah, I'm done with StreamYard after this. This is the very last live on StreamYard. But they changed so much stuff around. Let me share my screen. Let's see. No, that is not it. Mm. Okay, so let's try this again. Share screen. Da 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 da. Mm. Hold your line, because now the computer is confused. Okay, can y'all see? Nope, because I can see on my iPad. Nope. Cannot see that. So let's cancel that. Mm, it's okay. I got it actually here on paper. So we ain't got to worry about that. Because StreamYard is being a beep. Because I did print off copies. So everybody knows that my own Dinker Gene that I'm working is the Kazi project. And so this is the first tracker it made. So I'll let y'all see. This is what was created with ChatGPT. And so I will have a physical copy in a folder, but I'll also have this on my laptop where I can input all the information. But see, it shows use this table to log all pairings and clutch outcomes. So I get to do all that. Then once I get eggs, hatchling tracker, I get to track each one's, help me stay organized. Were there photos taken? Of course, it will be photos taken. Let's see, visual trait documentation, so I can document everything about the animals and what I see that makes them unique. And then general observation notes. So yeah, so that is basically what ChatGPT created on the first tracker. That's the new ball python new gene tracker. And then it gave me a second option, which I really, really love. And I'm going to use this for all the dinkers I have, because y'all know I have my own project, the Kazi project. I got the AK-47, I got the villain, and I will be getting soon. Shout out to KG from Brown Projects. He has a dinker floating around in his collection that he's only giving to his Patreon or selling to his Patreon members. Um, it's some type of weird chocolatey type dinker animal, but also it actually carries two different things. He has his own line of black pastel that does not test for any of the other black pastels. And so I'm getting that snake. It was so technically that snake, if you think about it, got two different things floating in it. A weird chocolate dinker type thing, plus the bomb line of black pastel. And again, he had the animal shed tested, and it did not it did not go hit for the other black pastels nor the Barnhart. So I will be getting that animal. I acquired one of those, and so that's going to be a dinker project. Cool that I would help him figure out what the heck is going on. And so this is the other tracker sheet, the morph proving project tracker, and it starts with, like, for the Kazi, the wild caught snake. So all of Oya's information will be right there. And again, I will have the physical copy in a folder as well as the digital copy on my computer. That way I can like insert pictures and stuff like that. Then breeding records for each season. So the first season I have bred her to a blackhead red jean ringer, and they've already locked 3 times. And honestly, she's gonna go. She's showing all the signs that she's gonna go. I should be seeing an ovulation soon, um, if she hasn't already, because catching an ovulation is kind of hard. But and then holdbacks, hatchlings, all that jazz, visual markers, um, and then it's the second part of that sheet, that same file. Future pairing notes, who I plan on breeding to her next, which I will fill in on the computer and stuff. All that expected out, what I expect to come, or and then any additional like behavior. Because once she has her babies, I'll be raising them up and seeing, do they behave more like mom, act like mom, look like mom, and etc. etc. And so yeah, so I think overall, Chat GPT or AI in general, because there's multiple um, tools, apps, things like that, could be a positive thing if you use it correctly and responsibly. I wouldn't use ChatGPT saying, "Hey, what gene should I breed the Kazi to?" No, because 9 times out of 10, it's going to tell me to breed it to some genes I don't like, just because it's popular or hype or is what everybody's talking about online. Because that's all AI is doing, is collecting data from all over the internet and putting it together into one thing, consolidating into one thing. And so I'm not going to do that. Like, no, my brain is smart enough and my creativity is smart enough for me to figure out where I want to go as far as the Kazi project. Mitzi, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Let's see. And so, with that being said, with that being said, I think that ChatGPT or AI can be a positive as far as tools, and even I even used it once to ask, because one, I'm training for another race in January. Two, school's about to start back, so I'm about to start back doing my 9 to 5. And three, um, I do have more animals since last year, this around this time last year, and I'll be getting more animals because of my clutches that are coming. So I asked ChatGPT to make me a concise schedule, broken into 2 days of cleaning, 1 day of feeding because I feed once a week, um, and and I actually told them the exact number of animals I have for, and the ChatGPT was able to create a feeding and cleaning schedule: 2 days of cleaning, 1 day of feeding. It broke everything down, put it on a spreadsheet. Okay, this is group A through C, which is like the hatchlings, subadults, grow outs. And then the other group, like this is group, you know, D through F, which are the adults. And it broke it down to a T. Like, yo, you got this many animals. Okay, so you clean on this day, this group, clean on this day, that group. You feed everybody on this day, blah, 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 blah. And yo, that thing was nice. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm definitely gonna be using that tool, that spreadsheet that it created for me, to help me with my schedule, especially going back to work after summer break. Because teachers go back last week of July to set up the classrooms and do professional development and all the other yuck training and stuff like that. But and then the kids start back the first week of August. So yeah, and then I got stuff going on. Like I'm traveling on the weekends, going to like SEER and NARBC St. Louis and all this other stuff. So yeah, I got a lot going on. So for it to have ChatGPT help create a concise schedule for me, and then on those non reptile days, I can devote with lesson plans for work, and my training for my 10K in January, my race in January, it's gonna be um, it's gonna be very very helpful tool, a very very helpful tool that I'm grateful for. So yeah, so if you're a new breeder, or even if you're an old breeder, and you're trying to find some way to streamline everything and make stuff a little bit easier for you, use ChatGPT to as a tool guide to create a spreadsheet, create a schedules, create whatever. You got a whole bunch of clutches coming, egg cuttings coming. You trying to stay organized. You can use the stuff as a tool, so that's one less thing you have to think about. One less thing. And then, of course, we still got the same software that we use, like to organize our animals. Like that's not Chat GPT, but we still got online tools to help organize our animals, like Husbandry Pro, um, and what was the other one? Clutch, things like that to help you track who you feeding on what day and who you cleaned and who's in shed this week and stuff like that. So we have there I say all that to say, and I talk about this topic to say, there's no excuse for why you don't get something done. There's no excuse for why you don't do anything. There's no excuse of why this stuff can't be easier than what people who came before us had to deal with. um, there's no excuse for the new breeders. We have the world at our fingertips. We have the world at our fingertips. No excuse of why you can't create a schedule for yourself, why you can't organize your rack system, organize your breeding plans, organize your pairings, your clutches. Use the computers. Use your brain when it comes to these pairings and your ideas and what animal you think you could create, but treat it like art. I compare it to art because we are dealing with living canvases. We're dealing with living art. AI or the websites like Husbandry Pro and Clutch and websites like Morph Market with all their different tools, use them, consider them as simply your paintbrush and your easel, or your for those digital artists who draw on the computers. Think of this as Procreate and your stylus pen, or a pencil and paper, or crayons, and use it as a tool, but you still got to be the artist. You still got to actually create the thing. You got to actually do the work, put the work in. And so, but the tools are there to help you and make it better, easier, more streamlined. That's all it is. Don't use it as a crutch, use it as a tool. And that is my PSA. All right. And speaking of which, let's talk about some future breeding plans I got. So, after talking to the OGs of the reptile hobby, some of them um, in these different Discord groups and Patreon groups, I was told by a very good, very reliable, very, very, very helpful OG to narrow this stuff down, because you cannot breed them all. You cannot breed everything. You cannot work everything. You cannot have every single gene in your collection. I mean, you could, but it's going to bite you in the foot, because how are you going to manage all that? So, because I had admitted that I looked on my Husbandry Pro and saw out of all the genetics that I'm working with or plan to work with, because a lot of them are grow outs. I have 7 different recessives in my collection, both visuals and hits. And he was like, "Nah, bruh, nah, buddy, you got to narrow that down. Only focus on 2. Only focus on 2, maybe 3, but you pushing it. But only focus on 2 recessives in your projects, and work that, run with that. Because if you're trying to do 7 different recessives, you're gonna get burned out. You're gonna run out of rack space. You're gonna stress yourself out." And he was right. He was right. So I went through my collection, and I thought about which 2 that I really, really want to work with the most. Now, technically, it's going to be 3, because but I'm not counting this because it's going to be more, that third one's going to be more for pets. Like when I go to shows, when I vend and stuff, selling as pets and stuff, which is pied. And that doesn't mean pied is not going to be in my high end stuff or in my dinker stuff, because I'm going to need to be able to prove my dinkers out with certain recessives, and I want it to be pied. I don't want to work clown or anything like that. Um, so I kind of don't even count pied, honestly, because I feel like that's a given. So the other recessives that I really, really want to work outside of pied is puzzle, paint, and monsoon. Those are the three that I am passionate about, that I really, really love, and that I really, really want to work the most out of everything. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to do ultra male, because I got a lot of hits ultra males, and it does not mean I'm not going to do monarch or any of the other recessives that I have in my collection. But these are the ones, push come to shove, that I want to focus on right now as a new breeder, as a baby breeder, trying to establish myself in this hobby. Trying to establish myself and get a name for myself and be known for. When people say paint, I want them to think of me. When people say puzzle, I want them to think of me. Yes, there's other guys in the hobby that has that down pat, but I also want them to think of me in that vein. And I just love Monsoon. It can just be one copy of Monsoon. And I'm not finna argue with y'all whether or not you can see the head influence, but I just love Monsoon. I love what it does, especially in pie. Especially in pie. I just love Monsoon. And so, but I can deal with the visuals as well. And I do want to see how overpowering it could be in certain dinkers that I'm working, and how that could help certain thinkers, or maybe, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But I would rather try it and take the risk and be creative than continue to work the same genes everybody else has worked. The majority of the hobby is working. 90% of the hobby is all chasing. Okay, I won't say 90, 80% of the hobby is all chasing the same hypo, DG, and clown. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Not for me. Not for me. I don't want people. I want people to, when they think of creative reptiles, they gonna automatically know. Oh, they don't have clown in their collection. They don't have hypo. They don't have DG. But I also want them to know. Oh, but I can get paint from them. I can get puzzle from them. I can get monsoon from them. So, and I can definitely get pied from them, because that's just a given. But those are the ones I narrowed down that I really want to focus on the most, and what I'm going to throw. Because one thing about proving out dinkers, you have to test it and try it with some recessives. And so if I'm going to pick recessives to throw at my dinker projects, those three will be it. So that's just my thoughts. And that's what I plan on working on. Oh, thanks, Mitzi. She said, great choice. Yeah. So that's what I am uh, going to be focused on as far as recessives go. Now, as far as codoms, my bad, and complete dominant, because people get semantics, English language. People get upset when you say codoms, but I don't even care at this point. Incomplete dominance. Everybody knows I'm blackhead everything. I'm also LC the world. I love LC. Um, so if I'm doing my dinker projects, LC and blackhead everything. That's why the first Kazi clutch is bred to a blackhead male. Um, and that LC is gonna go to her next year, or one of her offsprings from this first clutch. Uh, and so yeah, so blackhead, LC. What else was a top priority? Oh, calico. Calico is a top priority for me. And as far as incomplete dominant, because it was my top five. I chose top five. Hurricane. Yes, I got a hurricane male ready to breed right now, and he's going to go to somebody. I just ain't decided who. In November, and so we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this out. And if I don't have a female for him this year, I would definitely have one ready for him next year. Because to be honest, He might go to my Kazi girl next year when she's ready to breed again after this first clutch. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But those are my top genes that I want to work with as far as recessives and incomplete dominant and yeah, my dinkers. Y'all know my dinkers, the Kazi, AK-47, the villain, and this new bomb projects line, Black Pastel that they got. That they work in. I can't wait to get that snake. That's gonna be whoo. And I don't even know if it's a male or female at this point, but I don't even care. But once that baby gets established and I send the funds to KG, it's on and popping. And last topic. Yes. Last topic for this live, and then I'll let you beautiful people go. Thank y'all for tapping in today for my monthly live stream. Last topic on this live is my plans for SEER, the Southeast Reptile Expo that happens in Atlanta every spring and now every fall. Spring, well, summer. August is still summer. Spring and summer. I guess Bob is going to be doing 2 shows a year now. Uh, and I believe, Lord willing, Lord willing, I'm going to every SEER. If I don't make it to any other reptile show, if I have to miss out on Tinley, if I have to miss out on Daytona, if I got to miss out on anything else, I'm going to SEER. One, because it's accessible to me. It's a quick 6-hour drive. And two, I just love that show. That has become my favorite show since the one in February. That has been my favorite show. So this is my plans for SEER. Now they did announce that they're doing a ball python contest. Well, not best of. I think it's all reptiles. I don't think it's just ball pythons. I think it's best of. No, what did Stephen from Leviathan say? I think it's ball pythons and geckos. He said, hopefully in the future, if this is a success, hopefully in the future they will expand it to other animals. But it's a contest best of the best. Basically, people are going to go in blind. I don't think they're not going to post who bred the animal, and they're not going to post the genetics. It's basically you looking at the animal. Well, the judges will look at an animal and vote based on which animal they think is the best. I had to go back and watch that Leviathan video where they were explaining it, but either way, I'm super excited about that contest. Hopefully, this contest allows attendees like me to just go look. Like, I don't want to vote. I don't care. I ain't got to vote. I just want to look. And so hopefully if that's allowed, I will go, and hopefully my goal is to document that contest and see who won and everything, or which one people chose the best, or which one I think is the best looking animals in the show. And then also I want to try to for this I want to do several vlogs. I want to break it up and do several vlogs in the 2 days of the show. One is the behind the scenes of the Whiskey Bomb Network and Mike from Herb Collectors, us setting up and um, behind the scenes of the podcast and podcasting live from the show. Hopefully I can do that. I want to document that. I want to document because I'm gonna take a lot of cameras there. I'm gonna take a big camera bag full of gear. I want to document and microphones and stuff like that, tripods, and I want to document behind the scenes of the podcasting. I want to continue to do the series I do at every expo that I've been doing this year, and that is trying to find my favorite animal. I did this at KG show, and I believe I did this at um, Mike and Troy's show in Nashville, the All American Planet. I want to go around and find my favorite ball python, and I'm gonna do other species, but I'm going to continue the series of finding my favorite ball python at each booth that is not head or visual DG hypo and clown. The animal cannot have it as a head, and it definitely can't be a visual. Breeder what animal they have at that booth that I love that did not have those 3 genes in it. And honestly, I've seen some tables where that's all they had. It's those combos, those different combos. And so some breeders, your table just not gonna be shouted out in the video because if I don't see none, I mean, if your table is all of that, you ain't getting shout out. I'm sorry. I don't care if we friends and I love you. I'm sorry. But I love that series, trying to find my favorite animals from each table that don't have the genes that I don't like. And then hopefully this year I do want to go around and conduct like little mini interviews with people. Um, Definitely some people in the Whiskey Bomb Network. I'm gonna go holler at them and try to do interviews and see what animals they love on their table that they brought. That they're those who are vending and those who are not vending. They're just there to attend. Chop it up with them and let them promote themselves. So it's gonna be Sears gonna be at least three, maybe four videos, different videos for this, and they will be posted on this channel, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, let's see, podcasting. And also for those who follow my second channel, Shed Yourself Vlogs, where I'm documenting my weight loss journey. I have hired already a fitness coach who do my meal preps. Well, he don't do them, but he sets up my meal planning and my helping me track my calories and my macros and stuff like that. And he gives me workout plans every week, stuff like that. So he actually just moved from Arizona to Atlanta, and so I told him I was coming down. And so we're going to meet up, go to his gym, and do a workout session. So on my second channel, Shed Yourself Vlogs, while I'm down there at Sear, we're going to go and get a workout in. And I'm going to record that, and it's going to be fun. So I can't wait to meet my coach in person. We talk every day, almost, and we do our one-on-one chats and setting our goals and plans every week. So to actually see him in person and get to work out with him and lift with him and stuff, that's going to be dope. I'm super excited about that. So that's going to be a vlog in and of itself on my second channel, Shed Yourself Vlog. So if you're not subscribed to that, go ahead and subscribe and follow this weight loss journey. I've lost 5 pounds this month, because the goal was lose 1 or 2 pounds each week. And so I've been doing pretty good, pretty slow and steady. But slow and steady always wins the race. I don't want to do the fad diets where I'm losing 50, 60, 70 pounds unhealthy wise within a short period of time, because all I'm gonna do is gain that weight right back. I've done it before, and I don't want to do anything that involves me starving and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm doing it the tried true healthy way, slow and steady. And so it's gonna be fun, and I'm super excited to do that. ah, no problem, Tommy. Thanks for tapping in. Oil changes ain't no joke. But yeah, so those were the topics I wanted to talk about for this monthly live. I appreciate y'all for coming in and listening to me ramble. But what do you guys think? And for those in the replay gang, those who will watch this later, comment down below. What do you think about AI and using it as a tool to help with your breeding plans, or to help with your collection as far as cleaning and schedules and stuff like that? Let me know your thoughts or any suggestions, or stuff like that. And let's see. And yeah, and tell me, what are your, if you had to pick, because I'm piggybacking off the OG who was talking to us in the Patreons, in the Bond Project's Patreon. Let me know, if you could only work two recessives and that just be your entire project's collections. Doesn't matter the codoms, incomplete dominance, my bad. And it doesn't matter whether you're working a dinker project or not, doesn't matter. If you could only work two recessives, what would they be and why? because I really want to know why. Is it for the hype? Is it because it's a quote unquote staple and you know they're going to sell regardless? Or is it because you genuinely just passionately love these animals, even the ashy ones? Y'all know I love calling Hypo and DG ashy snakes, even the ashy ones. If you like that ashy look, if you really like opening that tub and seeing that, hey, hats off to you. I commend you for your eyesight of beauty. Because you know they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I commend you for beholding such a beautiful sight. I just can't stand it. I can't stand my snake need lotion. Oh, oh, thank you, Mitzi. Thank you. Onward and upward. We're trying. We're trying. This time next year, I wanted to say, hey, I'm down 55 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Or more than that. I'll be happy for that, you know. But my goal, me and my trainer, he talked to me about setting realistic goals. And um, he was like, by December, by the end of December, where would you like to be? And I said, I just want to be out of the 300s. Because I think currently, let me go back to the app that we're using to track everything. I think currently I am at, and I don't mind sharing my weight. I don't care about that stuff. Y'all see I'm big. um, I ain't studying it. I am currently at 323 pounds. So I said I just want to be out the 300s. So technically, I ain't got that long to be out the 300s. I'm gonna reach that before December, but realistically, I said, I don't care. By December 31st, I am at 299 pounds. I just want to be out of the 300s. I don't want to see a three anything when I step on the scale. And I know that is doable. And especially once I start my Run Disney training starts, my Run Disney 10K training officially starts September 16th. I got it on my calendar. September 16th is the exact start date for that because the marathon training and the half marathon training for that same weekend has already started. They start ahead of us because they got way more miles. They got 13.1 and 26.2. So they've already started their training, but the 10K race training don't start till September 16th. And so I'll be doing the 10K training where I'm doing the Run Disney stuff, runs, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then my weight training with my coach is every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So I will technically be working 6 days out the week, with Sunday being my rest days. So those pounds are gonna fall off. I'm gonna be in the 200s by December. And so, but that was just my realistic goal. I didn't want to say, oh, I want to lose 50 pounds. I want to lose 100 pounds, because I know that's not realistic and that's not healthy to lose that much this short amount of time. So I was just like, just get me out of the 300s by December 31st, by the end of December. And so I'm excited. I know it's going to happen. It's going to be done, especially with me working out that many days of the week, starting in September. But again, that's another reason why I used AI to help me with a schedule for my snakes, because if I'm going to work from 7 a.m. to if I'm going to work from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and as soon as I get off work, not including the days that I got to do like, those teacher meetings and stuff like that, go straight to the gym to work out and then come home. And I'm one of those teachers, I don't take work home. Whatever I didn't get done at school is not getting done to the next day. I'm not grading papers. I'm not doing none of that. I did it all last year. I set that boundary and I'm keeping that boundary. I'm not answering no teachers' emails. I ain't doing none of this stuff. So I'm working from 7 to 3:30, then going to the gym, doing my workouts. Now workouts usually run about an hour and a half ish. And then going home, and now I gotta take care of all these snakes. So that's why I asked ChatGPT to make me a schedule. Okay, for these 2 days, you dedicate into just cleaning. cleaning poop, cleaning sheds, cleaning all the other stuff, spot cleaning, deep cleaning, whatever. Sundays is the day I don't have to do anything. I can rest, I can work out. So those are Sundays gonna continue to be the feeding day because all I gotta do is wake up, thaw the rats out, and then by a couple of hours, toss them in the cages and let snakes eat. So Sundays are feeding days. I believe the 2 days that ChatGPT gave me happens to also be the days that I do my Run Disney training. And the best thing about the Run Disney training days is that it's only 45 minutes. So on those days, all I got to do is walk or run for 45 minutes. That's it. That's the training. So on those days will be the cleaning days because I got 45-minute workout. Go home, check. Everybody got their fresh water. Everybody got the, oh, you poop. Let me go and get that out. Swipe that, put you back in, and that's done. We done with it. So that's why I love using AI like ChatGPT to help me streamline everything because once August starts, technically once September rolls around, I'm gonna be a busy boy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna be a very, very busy boy. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I tried my best to make Tinley this year. I really did because I want to see Big Mike. I want to see the OG Levance and the rest of the crew. I want to see everybody. The Whiskey Bomb Network. I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm not financially, time wise, with scheduling and everything, and mainly finances. Because like I've announced in another podcast, I'm taking a big pay cut this year. And that's, I can't do Sear in Atlanta, then turn around and come to Tinley. And then I got my Run Disney race in Disney World in Florida. That's just, travel costs a lot. Whether I drive or fly, travel costs a lot. And baby, I ain't got money to be wasting like that. So it is what it is. And I gotta put my big boy pants on. I would love to come party with y'all at Tinley, but I just simply cannot. I cannot. I ain't got the time. I ain't got the time. So it is what it is. But I will see y'all at Sear in Atlanta. Yeah. And I will be seeing some of you if you're going to NARBC in St. Louis in November. I'll be seeing y'all there because I can also, that's like a, to me, going to St. Louis is almost like going to Nashville. I mean, it's a 6 hour drive, but it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. It's not even 6 hours. No, it's more like four. Yeah, it's not even 6 hours for St. Louis. More like 4 hours. So, yeah. So, I'm super excited about that. Oh, Orlando and T, thanks for tapping in. I'm just trying to get into a gym or at least on the weekends. Right, right. Well, y'all got an excuse. Y'all be on the road. Y'all jobs, y'all 9 to 5 jobs, it requires traveling. So y'all got an excuse. But yeah, definitely. Definitely. But you know what? I will say for me being back in the gym consistently, like every 3 days, um, no, every other day, 3 days a week, for a month, I have gotten a lot of energy back. I've gotten a lot of not just motivation, but I can feel the change, the physical change of being back working out consistently. I can feel myself getting stronger. I can feel my runs and my power walks getting a little faster. Like it feels great to be back in the gym. And it's very therapeutic. I ain't gonna lie. When I get stressed out, I'd be like, you know what? I'm finna go lift some weights. I'm finna put this headphones in, listen to some rap music, and hurt my body, pull these muscles. Ah, yes, thank you, Bitsy. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for always encouraging and support and putting up with me and watching these lives. Let's see. Start doing all kinds of different moves and say, look, I'm doing my exercise. All right. Baby, your baby doing cartwheels. Yay, we working out. He looks so cute trying to do his push-ups. Ah, I bet. I bet. 3 years old, yeah. Yeah, they're still adorable at that age. My nephews and them. Man, I think one is 2 and one is 4, and the 2-year old is as tall as the 4-year old. And boy, when they come over, it's like it's like WWE SmackDown. They be wrestling each other. They be wrestling me. They be terrorizing me. And I get to see them this weekend because we're going on our family reunion to Chattanooga. So we'll be going to Chattanooga, and the whole family, the nephews, the nieces, all of us will be there. They're gonna terrorize me at the hotel. They are. But I'm excited. I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. I believe we're going to an aquarium. I don't know what all we're doing, but it's going to be a lot of fun to see the family. You know, it's great. I'm super excited. Thanks, Orlando. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya. But anywho, let me go ahead and stop wasting y'all time. We've been on here for over an hour. He got his front row down. I bet he do. Hey, at that age, kids are so flexible. They are so flexible. You think they're gonna break a bone? They not. Meanwhile, I step off the treadmill wrong and I done broke my ankle. Oh, but anywho, thank y'all for tapping into this month, the month of July's Snake Prince Live. I don't know what I'm gonna be talking about in August, but I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 it'll be a seer update recap. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and just schedule that right now. Once I get EV Mux set up, I'm gonna go ahead and schedule that. It's gonna be I'm gonna do a live after Seer. It's gonna be a Seer breakdown recap live show. And if other topics come up, if something else comes up in the hobby that I want to talk about, that I'm passionate about, we can talk about that as well on that live. But anywho, I'm gonna let y'all go. Thanks for y'all for tapping in. I hope y'all have a great week, a great Monday. And let's have a great week with intention. I got to get 5,000 steps in today. Otherwise, my coach is going to look at me crazy at our next meeting, one-on-one meeting. So I got to get my 5,000 steps in. And then tomorrow, I got to go to the gym and do back and biceps. Yep, back and biceps. And then after that, it's going to be leg day. Gotta love leg day. Trying to get these calves big. Anywho, y'all have fun. Y'all have a good week. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. Thank you, Mitzi. Thank you, Orlando and TJ. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Ewok, Tommy. Thank all y'all. Who else came in? Big Sam came in earlier. Thank y'all so much. Again, this is the last live I'm doing on StreamYard. So this will be the last time y'all see that Powered by StreamYard link. And then I will be doing my lives on EV Mux from now on. But yeah, and again, if you're not following Keys Constrictors, Whiskey Bomb Network, or Wiz Constrictors Whiskey Bomb Network, please go subscribe to those channels. Because that's where I be podcasting regularly. I'd be on Wiz the Sophisticated Ignorance every Saturday, but I also be on Keys Constrictors Whiskey Bum Network channel for Snake Cinema podcast every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Central. I also hop on here down Fridays every once in a while, and whenever they need me, if they text me and say, "Hey, do you want to co-host this?" Or do you want to help do this or whatever. If I'm not busy, I hop on. So Whiskey Bomb Network, yes, Missy already put it in. Whiskey Bomb Network, yes. Shout out to the Whiskey Bomb fam. Right here, I got the shirt, and so I will see y'all over there on those channels, and also more vlogs on this channel as well. More snake updates, more breeding updates. I really do believe that we got eggs coming from this campfire. She's playing with me, but I really do believe we got eggs coming from. I believe she's gonna do her pre-lay shed sometime if my math is right, because they said usually ball pythons after they ovulate, it takes 40 to 55 days for the eggs to come after ovulation. Um, and the pre-lay shed usually comes 30 days before that. So I really do believe I'm going to get a pre-lay shed soon if the math is correct from her real ovulation. Sometime the last week of this month, she should go into pre-lay shed, which means after that we have countdown to eggs, countdown to eggs. I'm so ready for that campfire. Yes, thank you, Mitzi. Yes, fingers crossed. Countdown, because this is going to be the calico pinstripe pies. I love pinstripe pies. I love calico pies. And so to have that together, and I really do need a male calico. Every calico I have in my collection are females. And I need a male in my collection. I don't want to buy one. I want to make my own. So I really need, and also because the males I have found that are calico also have the genes that I don't like. That's because people are like, why don't you just buy one off More Market? Because those calicos have either DG, hypo, or clown, or their hits in them, or a combination of all of them. And I just, no, I don't want that in my collection, not even the hits. So I have to make my own. And so we're hoping. I can't wait. Calico pies, hopefully a male calico, so I can get more, move this project along, because when you got females, and yes, there are benefits to having females, there's always benefits, more benefits to having female snakes in your projects. But when you do not have a male, you're kind of stuck, you know what I'm saying? I got all these girls and no boys to go to them. So yeah, they are pretty. They are pretty. Pinstripe pies are pretty by themselves. Calico pies, because I do got a female calico pie. She's a blackhead calico pie. She's pretty. Um, I just need a male. I need a male to help throw these calico all over the place. So we will see. Oh man. Jordan, what up? What up, Eliza? Chat homesick to receive. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Jordan about to kill it with these enclosures, man. He got a laser so he can do customizations. Man, I know when you get started doing that, that's gonna be crazy. Man, what? There's a lot of jeans, Missy. There's a lot of jeans that I regret not getting back in the day. One, when they were cheaper, and two, yeah, you're not the only one. There are certain jeans that I saw back in the day, or that I was offered, and I was like, nah, oh, it's all right. And now they're either very few and far between, or very expensive. Mm, mm. Speaking of Jordan, Juju had a birthday previously. And by birthday, I mean gotcha day, the day I got him. um, he's doing good. He's doing good with his little fat butt. He's growing like a weed, man. Even on ASFs, because for those who did not know, during the winter months, my mentors who breed feeders for me, their rats went on a revolt and killed each other. And so they had to start their colonies over. And so, unfortunately, I had to only get ASFs. And y'all know ASFs with a retic is like my butt eating Lay's potato chips. So Juju was looking at me sideways like, bruh, are you serious? And so, it was it was for I know November, December, no, November was fine. It was December, January, February. Juju was side eyeing me because he was like, "Why you keep giving me these potato chips?" But we back in business. Their rodent production is back. He's now getting the big meals he deserves. And he's in shed right now. He's like hiding in his little box. Well, I know Juju always posts his head out every morning and every evening when I come home. And when he don't, that means he about to go into blue, or he's in blue. So I can't play with him right now. But yeah, he is doing good. Juju is doing good. A little bad self. That's my baby though. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Uh, but anywho, Thank y'all. I've been trying to say goodbye for the past 10 minutes. I'm sorry, y'all. I just love talking to y'all and chatting with y'all. But it's been a good one. For those who missed the live, go back, watch the replay, hashtag replay game. And I will see y'all Saturday on the Whiskey Bomb Networks channel for Snake Cinema Podcast. I might see y'all Friday for Hair Down Friday. It depends because, again, like I said, me and my family is going to Chattanooga for the family reunion. So it all depends what time we get back to the hotel, whether or not I'm tired, whether or not I can find a corner away from everybody. I might hop on Hair Down Friday for a little bit, but you would definitely see me Saturday morning because I got to review Jurassic World, and Prophet and Wiz will be doing Superman. They will be reviewing Superman this Saturday. So t- come and be a part of all the fun, all the fun. Let's see. Well, I was wanting a Belle, but she only produced one. Then they showed me a few babies that were available, but I wasn't really looking for anything at the time, unless it was a Belle. Hey, I understand. When you got your heart set on one thing, when you got your heart set on one animal, that I get it. I get it. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you caught a little bit of it too. I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all. Let's see. That's how I was with my first clutch. 6 hatchlings, and only one banana. Dang. And you would think, because people talk about how strong banana is, if you breed it, I always hear people talk about, I breed, you breed a banana and it just throws all banana babies. But you intentionally wanted one and you only got one. That's crazy. That's crazy. I still don't have a baby. Dang. Well, Mitzi, I got plenty of Mojaves in my collection, unintentionally, and I got my lesser Elsa, and I got Keita, my Belle. So when I produce Bells, if you still don't have a Belle, Mitzi, I will send you one. I won't even charge you because you've been waiting a long time. You've been waiting a long time for a Belle. You still ain't got one. That's sad. So yeah, when I hit a Belle, because I'm gonna hit one accidentally without even trying, because all the Mojaves in my collection. When I hit a Belle, I'm be like, Mitzi, which one you want, boy or girl? That's crazy. That's funny. Uh, yeah. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Anywho's, okay. Last time. Thank y'all for tapping in. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all next month for the month of August. I will see y'all next month for the month of August Snake Prince Live. It will be a seer recap. See y'all. Check y'all out. Oh yeah, of course. Pat, you ain't even gotta ask. You ain't even gotta ask. Of course, if you want a Belle, I'll send you one too. I'll send you one too. Yeah. But anywho, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Peace out. Thank y'all for tapping in. We'll see y'all next month. Some of y'all, like Pat, in Orlando. I'll see y'all in Atlanta. I'll see y'all for Seer. And we're gonna have a good one. Peace, people.